Namaskar. Your gate for Ramayana has arrived. I am taking you all in a tour through Ramayana, explaining to you the symbolic meanings of the characters and the incidents and all that. We have seen Nemi, the king of Ayodhya, who was given the title Dasharatha. And we now know the meaning, the symbolic meaning of these characters. Dasharatha, his wife Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi, Vasishtan, and all these people. And we know what Dasharatha is. A Sathaka reaches a particular stage in his life in which he will be able to control the 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. That's a practice that the Sadhaka does. And you also know that Ayodhya means peace. So a Sadhaka should be a person who is having peace in his mind. He should be peaceful to himself and to others. Then, now, Dasharatha is very sad. In spite of all his things he has done, he has that special intelligence, Kausalya. He is very friendly to people, Sumitra, and he is very able in his administration. All these qualities are there. A Sathaka or a Yasu should learn all these things. He should have that special intelligence to understand what spirituality is. And he should also be very friendly with people. If you are not friendly, then there is no scope for your spiritual life. Then you should know how to administer things. You should know how to take care of your body. You should know how to take care of your mind. You should know how to take care of your family, your work, and all these things. That is very essential. The management expert, that is Kaikeyi. Well, Dasharathan, the Sathaka, has all this, but he is sad. Why is he sad? He is sad because he doesn't have a child. He wants a putra. Put is the name of a hell, which is very... Put is a part of the hell where people who have no putra or putri will have to go. If you don't have a son or a daughter, be careful. You will have to visit that Narakam or hell called Put. The person who serves you from Put is the Putra. As far as a Sadhaka is concerned, he is not afraid of hell or heaven. Because a sadhakan or a jnanasu or a spiritualist never goes to hell or heaven. See, in our culture, in our Indian culture, in our spiritual culture, hell and heaven are only for those people who have no contact with spirituality. If you have nothing to do with spirituality, you have to walk through hell or heaven, whatever that is. If you are doing good things, you will go to heaven. If you are doing bad things, you will have to go to hell. But if you are a spiritualist, if you have done some practice in spirituality, hell and heaven, even the people of hell and heaven won't even discuss your name. That's what Shankaracharya says. He says, if you have taken 1 drop of Ganga water with the mantra, Om Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhuka Vedi Jilesmin Sannithimuru. If you have taken 1 drop of Ganga water with this mantra, then you will never go to heaven or hell, especially hell. And if you have recited Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama once, then your name won't be there in the list of souls who visit hell. So, as far as Hinduism is concerned, hell and heaven are people who are not at all interested in spirituality or who have no contact with gurus. Once you get into contact with the guru and once you start practicing, hell and heaven disappears. So, Put and Putran the Putran doesn't notice or points out at a son. Dasharatha, the Sathaka, wants the experience of God. He wants knowledge. And then Rama is born. he invites Rishashinga, a great spiritualist, a man with high Vedic knowledge. He is the Rishashinga. That means the peak of rishis, the peak of spirituality. He comes and conducts a yaga. And in the yaga of fire, the Homakundam, Agni comes out. The celestial being Agni Devan comes out, and he has a vessel, and in this vessel there is a special thing, payasam. In Sanskrit, Chirannam, something that is created with Chiram and Annam, milk and rice. This is given to the wives. First it was divided into two parts. Dasharatha gave one piece to Kausalya and the other piece to Kaikeyi. So Sumitra didn't have. Then what did Kausalya do? She divided her payasam to halves, and one was given to Sumitra. Kaikeyi also did that. So Sumitra had two halves, Kausalya one and Kaikeyi one. And then Rama was born. Kausalya gave birth to Rama. Ra, the word comes from the mantra Narayana. Ra is the most important sound in the word, in the mantra Narayana. And Ma is the most important sound in Namah Shivaya. These two sounds were taken by Vasishtha. Rama. Ra means darkness, and Ma means the power that wipes out the darkness. The power that wipes out, which obliterates ignorance from your mind, is Rama. So Dasharathan wanted Rama. Every sadhaka would crave for a spiritual touch. In spite of all the spiritual practices one does, one may not get the touch of God very easily. It's not easy at all. So, but you have to rigorously practice it. Then suddenly it will come as a flash. You will know that you are that part of that great gurus who have realized God. It may be for a second, but that's enough. That's enough for you to live throughout the life in a spiritual path. That is Rama. Then Lakshmana and Shatrugna, they were born to Sumitra. And Kaikeyi gave birth to Bharata. Rama, spiritual knowledge. Lakshmana, Lakshya Bodha. What does that mean? You should have a particular dream to achieve. You should be conscious of your path. You should be conscious of what you're doing. What's your dream? What's your path? What you should do? What you should not do? Lakshya Bodham tells you all these things. It is a Lakshmana. And then Shatrugna. Shatrugna means a person who has no enemies. A person who never hates. If there is a single person in your life whom you hate, then there's no scope for spiritual life. You can't hate any person. You can't insult any person. You can't even have one competent with you, because you are running in a track in which nobody has run. You are alone in this track. You can't compete with another person. So you are not a rival to any person. That is Shatrugna. And Bharata, the administrative power. You should know how to take care of your body, take care of your intellect, take care of your mind. You should know what to do and what not to do in spiritual life. All these things you have to understand and know and practice. That's Bharata. So, Rama, the spirituality, the knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Then, you have the Lakshya Bodha. You should know your aim, concentrating on your aim. And Shatrugna, no enemies. And then Bharata, the power to administer things. When you have attained these four, then you can go and walk, or you can walk in the path of spirituality as a very confident person, because you are on the right highway leading to your salvation. You have neared God. You have reached the path of God. We will continue that too next week.